What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a fun one because I'm going to be sharing with you guys how I grew my YouTube channel in the past few months. I started my YouTube channel about 3 years ago, and I really just started growing about 3 or 4 months ago. I started out the year with less than 10,000 subscribers, and I now have 90,000 subscribers. For me, growing my channel has completely changed my life. I've been able to quit my 9-to-5 job. I started doing this as a full-time career, and I've just built a community that I love so much. So I want to share with you guys all the things that I have learned when it comes to growing a YouTube channel. And I also want to share with you guys some things that I would recommend you guys avoid, just because I've kind of been doing this for a while now. And I feel like there's some things that I was doing in the past that was really holding me back from growing my channel. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right in. If you guys aren't already subscribed, make sure you guys are subscribed down below. I have tons of videos on how to grow as a content creator, how to escape the 9-to-5 if you want to do this for a full-time job. So make sure you guys are subscribed so you guys don't miss anything. So for me, the best piece of advice that I really got when I first started making YouTube videos was that no one knows who you are, right? As harsh as this sounds, no one cares about you until you make them start caring. You really have to ask yourself, what value are you providing to people in your videos, right? When no one knows who you are, what is the reason that someone's gonna want to watch you in particular? And that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to be like an expert in a certain topic. The value that you might bring to people is that you inspire people, you motivate people, right? You have a unique story and background that no one else has. So really consider, like, what is your story? What are the things that you have been through in your life? And how can you translate that into your content? I think this can be a little bit confusing because a lot of times we see some of our favorite creators making vlogs, right? Or what they eat in a day. And we automatically want to click it because we know our favorite creators. They already have built a relationship with their audience. So their audience will naturally want to watch their vlogs, right? Or see what they eat in a day. Whereas you, when you're starting to grow your channel, no one knows who you are yet. So for you as a complete stranger to your potential audience, people may not care about you just vlogging your everyday life, but if you have a vlog about your recent trip to Italy right after the pandemic, people might want to click that. Or maybe someone doesn't really care about what a stranger eats in a day, but maybe they care about it if it's what someone eats in a day to gain 50 pounds, right? Someone who wants to gain weight will want to click on that video. So when you're really trying to grow your channel, with every single video that you make, when you're planning your content, when you're uploading it, when you're titling it, when you're making your thumbnail, keep in mind that no one knows who you are, and you have to give them a reason to want to click your video. Use numbers, use your success stories, use some of your struggles. People can relate and identify with those things, even if you are a stranger, versus you just titling your video what I eat in a day. My next piece of advice is to not limit yourself too quickly by niching down right away. So for me, this is one of the biggest mistakes that I made in my YouTube career, was that I tried to niche down way too quickly. I had one college advice video do really, really well, and I stuck with that for like 2 years. All of my videos were on college advice, college vlogs. I would try to put the word college in every single video title that I possibly could. To me, that was my niche and I had to stick with it. And that really inhibited my growth for years. So I really, really encourage you, don't be afraid, even if you start noticing that your channel is growing a little bit, if you're starting to get a few views here and there on certain topics, don't feel like you only have to make videos on that one topic, because again, you really want to build an audience that likes you for you. And that will really give you a chance to grow your audience outside of that one little niche, right? So for me, there's only so many people who want to watch college advice videos. So you're really going to expand the size of your market, the size of your potential audience when you're expanding the variety of your videos. Have some sort of mission, have a direction for your channel, but don't feel like you have to niche down and only make hair videos right away. Even now, I'm not super niche down. I make videos like these, like on how to grow a YouTube channel, but I also make spirituality videos. I make videos on how to escape the 9-to-5. I make a very wide variety of content just because I know that not all 90,000 of my subscribers may be into watching videos like these, right? But people who subscribe to my channel are probably subscribed to me because they like my personality. And I know for me, because I'm so consistent, I'm going to deliver value to all of my subscribers in at least one of my videos every couple of weeks. So yeah, that brings me to the most important and probably the most common tip that you've heard when it comes to growing a channel, and that is to be consistent. Be as consistent as you possibly can with uploading. The reason why this is so important is because YouTube rewards consistency, right? The algorithm loves to see consistent creators. They're more likely to push you and recommend you to non-subscribers when you're uploading consistently. For me, I had my YouTube channel for a few years, but I wasn't really consistent until honestly last year. So for me, the way that I started becoming consistent on my channel was I committed myself, I think it was the beginning of 2020, I committed to uploading a video every Sunday, right? I just told myself, okay, this is gonna be the day of the week that I upload. No matter what, I'm going to at least upload every single Sunday. You know, when you have other things going on, it makes it really, really hard sometimes to stay consistent, but having a specific day of the week makes it easier to plan around, because I know for me, when I was working my 9 to 5, I knew that I was uploading on Wednesdays. So for me, I just would not make plans on Tuesday nights, right? My friends wanted to hang out on Tuesdays, I would just say no because I knew Wednesdays were my upload days, right? So it just makes it really easy for you to kind of plan your life. And once you start getting consistent with uploading once a week, then you can add on a second video, right? So maybe you want to upload every Sunday and Wednesday. And then the more consistent you get, the more you can start adding in more videos if you have the time, right? So for me, I eventually got to a point where I was uploading 3 videos a week. It's also really important to keep in mind that when you're being consistent, you have more room to have a variety of videos on your channel. So if you're trying to experiment with different niches, when you're being consistent, you have more times that you're uploading, so you're able to cover different topics. And so I think for me, that was one really big reason why being consistent helped me grow so much in the past few months, just because my channel has such a wide variety of content, and I was still able to deliver that value to my subscribers because I was uploading so often, right? So if people wanted to see vlogs, I only vlog every other week, but I'm still uploading a vlog consistently. So hopefully that makes sense, right? You want to be consistent not only for the algorithm, but for your audience. The next thing that I really recommend you guys do is focus on your thumbnails and on your titles. And this is, again, a really common piece of advice that people will give you when growing your YouTube channel, but it's because it is really, really important. When YouTube is showing your videos, what people look at first is the thumbnail. That's the first thing that people's eyes go to. The second thing is the title. So you have to think about your thumbnail and your title like the gift wrap of your video, right? Your video can be the most high quality, amazing video in the entire world, but if it's not wrapped nicely, if it doesn't have a cute little bow around it, no one's gonna really be tempted to open it, right? You have to put in time and effort into your title and into your thumbnail the same way that you wanna put in time and effort into creating the video. I will even make maybe 5 or 6 different drafts of a thumbnail and give myself options so I can really see okay, what is going to be the most eye-catching? What is gonna make someone want to click this video? So what has really worked for me as far as thumbnails go is using very big pictures with a lot of white space in them. So I started using my Instagram pictures for my thumbnails because my Instagram pictures are pretty high quality. And for me, when I started doing that, it definitely started working, right? People started clicking on my videos way more versus when I was using a screenshot in a video. I also really recommend that you use large text, use as few words as possible, and get very straight to the point, because again, your thumbnail is the first thing that people look at. You kind of want people to be able to tell immediately from looking at your thumbnail what your video is about, right? But you want to use as little words as possible, you don't want it to look messy, right? Because then that's not going to be aesthetically pleasing. So I really encourage you to take your time, learn how to make good designs. I personally use Canva, but for me, it's really taken me a few years to really learn how to make good thumbnails. So give yourself time. Don't feel like you have to have it all figured out right away. And then my last piece of advice, you guys might roll your eyes at this, but I really, really, really encourage you guys to just have fun with it. Take your time and just don't take things too seriously too quickly, right? For me, Again, I've been making YouTube videos for 3 years, and for me, I honestly just did not start seeing success until I stopped overthinking it. The second that I stopped overthinking with my videos and my niche and my SEO and how I was gonna format my thumbnails, the second that I stopped overthinking it and just kind of started going with the flow and just making content like from the heart is when I really started growing. So if this is meant for you, if it's gonna work out for you, it will work if you are going in flow with it instead of trying to force it. Learn as you go. Realize that when you first start out on YouTube, you may not be that great at it. I was definitely not great, right? It can be really easy to go down a rabbit hole of watching these kinds of videos and trying to learn how other people grow on YouTube. But I promise you, I did that for all of 2020 and it was really, really holding me back. So I encourage you, honestly, do not obsess over watching other people's journeys. Do not obsess over watching too many advice videos. The second that you just put those down and just start doing it and just start learning for yourself, I promise you the better off you will be. So yeah, hopefully that was helpful in some way. Let me know in the comments down below if you guys have any questions at all. I will be making a lot more videos on growing on YouTube, on starting a channel and like the basics and gear and editing and all that stuff. So I promise you just look out for that because it will be coming. And yeah, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.